How's it going, guys? And welcome back to my garage. So yes, here we are. It's a brand new week, guys, and yeah, there's actually been quite a lot happening over the weekend. So yeah, where do we begin? So first of all, let's start with the auction of the Lada wagon, or Lad wagon, Cheeto as you guys may know it. So that car sold at auction for a total of 15,000 to a good friend of mine in the Discord. His name is Holger, aka Charger. So yes, the car has been shipped over to him already, and yeah, as you can see, also we did a little bit of mod installations again over the weekend, and I decided to reinstall the Exotic Customs dealership. So yes, this building is back, guys, and it seems to not be affecting the performance of the game too much. So it's gonna have to be there for now because, as you can see, I've been a little bit busy shopping. So I bought the 5.0 Coyote engine here for a good friend of mine on the Discord. His name is Delboy. So he's got a little business running on the Discord called Delboy's Auto Sales. So he asked me to put a Mustang together for him with the 5.0 engine, and I decided that we are going to go ahead and just buy the engine because it's a little bit of a mission to figure out what parts you need to buy for these things, because the catalog is yeah, there's no pictures in the catalog, so I've kind of been looking around and seeing what the heck I need to buy, but there's definitely some other stuff yeah, showing up here, like stuff from the Fox body and Spasman stuff, and this engine is actually made by a guy named Matt. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to find all the right parts to put this thing together. So I decided to just go ahead and buy the engine. So that is how we're going to do this. So the Mustang in question, as you can see over here on the lift, it's pretty bare bones, but it's hopefully going to be something that I'm going to be able to sort out and figure out. So we're going to give it our best shot. It's definitely, yeah, starting up probably in the worst case scenario of any vehicle in this game. So yeah, there's absolutely nothing salvageable on this thing. I think I did have a look at this cross member, and that is even shot. It did come with a battery, which is 6%. So yeah, there's that. But guys, that is not going to be the main focus of today just yet. We'll see. We might actually get to it a bit later on in this episode, but I think for now, what we need to do is get this charger, or Chad, done for our friend JD from Dactyl Gaming, Dactyl's Dents. So guys, yes, I've got some news about the truck. The truck is done, and we already received the barn file with that truck. So I did have a brief look at it just to make sure that everything is fine and that it actually loads up and that we don't have any issues with the bar not opening or anything like that. So yes, what's going to happen today is I'm going to finish this thing completely. It is basically done, but I'm just going to do a couple of odd things. So as you can see, I did install the, did buy the license plates. We just need to get those installed. So JD-Fast and Furious, or FNF, which is going onto the car, because this is a Fast and Furious inspired vehicle, guys. So that is going to be the number one priority for today. But before I forget, I should actually pick up the cash. So this is the money that Delboy sent over. So he sent a total of 50,000, and I already spent 11,000 on the engine. So yeah, there we go. That is where the rest of the money is gone to already. So yeah, that's kind of a big spend, but at least that way we don't have to struggle with it. So guys, what I need to do first of all for JD's Chad over here is we need to do some changes. And because he spent a lot of money on the truck, I just feel that it's going to be fair if I actually do go ahead and buy the rest of the stuff as I said I was going to. So we're just going to go and try and navigate our catalog here for a second. So we're going to go over to the body because he wants me to change the grille, or he would like to have this grille on, so we are going to be changing it for him. And then as for the suspension, as I mentioned, we are going to supply him with a set of leaf springs for the back, stock ones, if he wants to revert the car back to a normal ride height car. And then we're also going to have a look at some wheels that we're going to put onto this thing, street wheels, because currently it's got the drag setup wheels on. We also got the hood over there that's going over to the car well, over with the car, rather. So we're just going to pop these in the trunk for him. Let's go and grab the other one. And as for the grill, we are going to just take the old one off and put the new one on the car. I don't think he would like to have the stock grill with the car, so we'll just... we might as well actually send it with, because I can't really do anything with it unless if I actually built another chat, which is highly doubtful, because... yeah, we're going to try and build one of these. But as you can see, I've got another car here, which is a custom vehicle. This one's got a bad battery. So I just kind of looked for this thing so that we can use it as a bit of a reference to put the other one together. So that is going to probably stick around for a bit until we can get to that point where we are nearly done with Delboy's Mustang. So we'll see how that works out. But okay, right now what I need to do is we need to focus on this front grille, or the grille at the front of the car. Yeah, fortunately this one doesn't have a grille at the back, so I don't know if that is a thing, unless if you call it, I think it would be more considered a diffuser or something like that. But okay guys, there we go. Still struggling with my English terminology a bit, being a South African, but okay, here we go. We're gonna just undo all of these headlights, and they're gonna hopefully not go anywhere through the floor. Alright, so there we go. This is going to go over into the barn when we go and pick up our box truck from the barn. Alright, let's get this grill assembled. Okay, so tightening. There we go. Okay, let's just maybe crouch down a bit so we can actually see where the screws are on this. Okay, and let's do this side as well. Zippity doodah, zip it up. There's still one more screw on this one. There it is. Okay, and put that one in there. Over there. Come on, where are you? There we go. Alright, and then this can go onto the car like so. So yeah, this mod is actually quite an old mod from Fede, from back in the day when the modding just started, and he was probably one of the only guys modding at that point. So he made this this mod for these grills, and also the lad ones, which we had on the wagon. So when Holger, aka Charger, the guy's name is Charger, Holger, once he got the car from us, the wagon, it didn't work because he didn't have the mod for that grill. So I told him to just get that mod installed, and then all the problems were going to hopefully be over with. So yes, luckily that was sorted out. So, and JD also confirmed that he has got this mod, so it is gonna hopefully be pretty good and all work out. So guys, what I'm going to do now is we are going to get another set of wheels for this thing, and I also wanted to still buy the stock intake, and not really a stock intake, but yeah, I think we could probably do a little bit of a I don't know, a custom intake, but we'll get the stock one, but we'll color it so that it's the same color as the rest of the engine. So let's get over to V8 Chad and just wait for everything to load up. And we still need to fill the car with gas as well, because he did send the truck with a full tank of gas. So we're going to get the intake manifold, but we're going to change the color of it. We're going to get a thermostat housing again. And then we're going to get a performance air filter and a performance carburetor. Alright, so let's sort all of this out real quick. So we're going to get that thing color changed. And we're going to change the color of this to chrome. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Just make sure everything is going to be absolutely perfect. Alright, so that color code we are using is 50, 50, 50. And we're going to apply that. Okay, so that is done. And then this one we're just going to, yeah, chrome it. Alright, let's put you onto there. I will carry this over to there. Okay, now where the heck did I put the wrench, guys? Did we use the wrench yet today? Probably not. It's probably still somewhere over here on the shelf. There we go. Okay. Alright, put the backpack away. All right, come on, let's button this thing up. All right, carburetor. Okay, and then we can get our performance air filter installed. All right, so this is what he can actually put onto the car if he wants to detune it a bit. And yeah, I guess I should actually do the announcement or the shout out for who guessed the horsepower on the chat the best, the closest. So first of all, one of our comments was from Laszlo, our friend Laszlo, who actually sold the frame of the B200 to us. So he reckoned this thing made 1,000 to 1,200 to 1,200 brake horsepower. And there was another guy who commented Hellraiser. He also said 900 horsepower. So guys, yeah, it's between the two of them, which were the closest with the guess. And I think those were the only guesses really that I had in the comments. Because the videos don't get a lot of comments. It's mostly a lot of people who just watch it. Because I've noticed a lot of people actually watches my videos from television. So I guess it's hard to comment while you are watching it on a smart TV. So yes, this engine actually makes, wait for it, there we go, 999 horsepower. So yes, Laszlo, you were close in saying 1,000 horsepower, and also Hellraiser was kind of close by saying 900 horsepower. So yeah, that is the horsepower rating of this beast, guys. It's nearly 1,000 horsepower. So it just needs that one little horsepower that you can just maybe squeeze out of it. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing, guys. So now that we've got the intake ready to rock and roll, and we do have got the hood and also the grill that's going to go with the car, we're going to put it in the back of the Alka Machino here. So this is going to go over to the barn with the car. All right, so I think, how are we going to do this? We still need to buy the wheels. Okay, so we'll put the grill in there as well. Okay, so then now what I need to do is buy some wheels. So I've been thinking about this. We need to figure out what wheels are going to work quite well on this car, and also give it a little bit of a better look. So I'm going to navigate to all cars once again. And I just hope it's going to show up if I eventually get to search. All right, so let's search Spaz. It's going to give us a whole list of Spazman stuff. And for those of you who are not familiar with Spazman, he's actually the guy who made all of the wheels mods. All right, so what we are looking for is a set of wheels that's going to fit the Charger, but also not be too small or too big. So I don't know if we should go with some muscle car wheels. I think these might actually work out quite well if we do it like this. So let's just keep it nice and simple. I actually like these ones, but I'm actually leaning towards those. So I think let's buy a set of these. And as for tires, I think what we're going to do, let's go ahead and buy these BF Goodriches. I hope those are going to look pretty good. So yeah, there we go. That is all of the wheels bought. So now I'm going to go ahead and just pop these onto the pallet here. We're going to get them chromed. We're going to disable the paint counter. And there we go. That is the first wheel done. So I think that's going to look pretty nifty, along with the muscle car wheels that we've got here. Or tires. So there we go. So we are going to air these up as well. Let's just turn that thing off. Alright, so 2 bars. That's our benchmark for the tire pressure in this car. Alright, so let's air them up one at a time as we get them ready to rock and roll. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute, guys, but gotta do what we gotta do, right? Alright, so let's get this one in the Alka Machino back there. Alrighty, come on, Funcle, you've got 3 more to go. And sadly, I don't have the backpack mod, but yeah, I don't really want to have the backpack mod, because it's kind of cheating. So we'll just do this the right way, as you would do it in real life, one at a time. Okay, so let's maybe do all of this first, and then we'll air them all up, and then we can pull the Alchemachino closer maybe. All right, let's do this. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Number 3 is done. All right, let's grab a tire for this. Oh yeah, I did put some oil in the engine as well. So yeah, as you can see, the bottles are laying over there. So we did get that sorted out. So we're going to see how far we're going to get with the Mustang today for Delboy. I'm not too sure if we're going to get much done, but we'll see. Because as I said, it's going to be a bit of a pain for me to try and figure out all of the parts that we need on that thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have to try and figure this out, guys, because I haven't really played much with the engines and the modded engines and stuff. So from what I could tell, there might be some bugs on this engine. I don't know, but I think it's more a case of trying to find the right parts that goes with it, because you've got a special transmission for these things, and unfortunately the engine is not equipped into the vehicles as they spawn. Because I think that engine is actually meant to be in this Mustang. But yeah, unfortunately it doesn't spawn with it, so I don't know if that's going to be a thing ever, but we'll see. But okay, there we go. All the tires are aired up, and let's bring the Alchemachino closer. So guys, I actually had a bit of a handling issue with this Alchemachino, or I still have a bit of a handling issue with the Alchemachino. So that is because of the modded engine, or the modded engine blocks in this vehicle in particular. So it actually has always been a problem with modded engine blocks, that the car sort of becomes all bouncy and wobbly around turns. So there's nothing wrong with the suspension or anything like that with the truck. It's just plain simple a bug with the engine blocks. So we're just gonna have to deal with it, and yeah, maybe one day if we do decide to, you know, retire the Alchemachino from being our workhorse, we would be able to get that sorted out by maybe lowering the suspension or something, but we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be a thing. Okay, there we go. We're just trying to pop all of these into the Alchemachino. So guys, now we're going to make our way over to the barn. We're going to unload all of the parts into the barn, and we're going to pull out our box truck. So guys, this is going to be also the reveal of our brand new box truck from JD. But for those of you who actually watch this channel, you should have actually seen the truck already. So it is here, guys, and it is time for us to get that vehicle out of the barn and pop the Chad into there for JD. I wonder if lowered suspension would actually fix this, because it's kind of handling a bit weird. But alright, so there we go, guys. Now we need to open the barn. I think I put it in barn 0. Let's just open it up and see. This might take a second or two to load. And behold, everybody, there she is. So yeah, there are a couple of things that I've noticed with the truck, that it actually takes away a bit of performance from the game. So the FPS drops quite a bit. And I think it's because of this big mirror on the side, or this chrome, which actually, yeah, it's out there, guys, the chrome. But this truck has got a lot of chrome features, and I must say, JD, man, if you're watching this, you did an amazing job on this truck, man. Every single thing on this truck is custom, and that's why I said I need to spend a little bit more money on the Chad we've got down there. Because, I mean, JD, he went all out with dualies and chrome this and color matched that. So, guys, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I'm actually at a loss for words right now. So, yeah, this thing is absolutely perfect, guys. There's nothing I would really change on this truck, except maybe for get rid of the chrome on the sides, and maybe this back bumper. I would maybe prefer to change this to the shorter one, so that we can get the trailer hitch with the drop hitch fitted onto this thing. But I'll see. I'll still decide, guys. Maybe you also drop some comments down below. What do you guys think about this? If we should change the back bumper on this thing, because it looks great and all, but yeah, especially if we are going to maybe one day decide to get a, what do they call it, just a regular box or the bed for the truck and convert this thing into a dually pickup truck. Because it's going to be quite simple to do, because then we could get the 6 bolts undone on this. So there's 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. And then we just pop the whole flatbed with the box off, and then we slap the bed onto here. So for that reason, we might actually go with the stock bumper, but we'll see. Because that way we won't have taillights if I did it now. But it's actually perfect the way that it is for now, guys. We're going to definitely utilize this thing. And even the engine in this thing is it's a custom engine. It's a 360 cubic inch block. And I think on the B200 it's fine. It doesn't seem to affect the performance at all, or the handling of the vehicle. So now that it's out in the sun, we can see it a bit better. Okay, so yeah, there's the beautiful engine with its chrome features. We've got chrome exhausts, chrome headers. It's pretty much the same as what we did with JD's engine. I see he did put the... okay, now that looks like the stock distributor. Okay, so yeah, for a second I thought he put the distributor with the plugs or the points that you need to change. But okay, business at hand. Let's continue and get all of these parts into the barn for JD. Alright, let's back up our Alka Machino here. Alright, put this in the barn. For now, we're going to just unload every single thing. We're going to try and pack this neatly for him, so that when he finds everything is going to be ready to rock and roll. Alright, come on. Why can't we grab that wheel? Okay, there we go. Alright, there's the stock grill. Oh, for crying out loud, can we grab the stuff? Yeah, we kind of need to go into the truck. Lean forward into it. Okay, so there's the stock hood. Alright, so we're going to pop that down over there. Okay, grab this grill. Okay, let's put the grill right in front of there for now, I guess. And let's grab the last 2 things. Alright, so there's the last wheel. Man, I think even these wheels would look great on our Alka Machino. But we'll see. I still gotta decide what I want to do with this thing. If we want to turn it into a low slammed Alka Machino shop truck and remove the topper and just put the chrome back on. We'll see. I'm still deciding what I want to do with this thing. Okay, so now we're gonna bring JD's Chad into the barn, and then we're gonna drive our beautiful brand new box truck down. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, this thing has got a lot of pep. For 888 horsepower, this thing actually does pretty well, guys. It's quite a little bit overpowered, actually. Alright, let's park the Alka Machino outside for now. Alright, come on. There we go. Let's reverse back into this parking spot over here. And we are probably going to have to park the box truck outside as well, because that thing will definitely not clear the garage doors. So I wish we had some taller doors, because that would have been epic. Alright, so first thing we need to do with this car is, well, let's first of all see if it fires up still. Alright, we've got a quarter tank of gas, so we are going to pull this thing up to the brim. Alright, yeah, this car is even a little bit bouncy. But I think that's because of the rear that's lifted. Yeah, 999 horsepower. That is quite hectic. Alright, let's pull up over here. There we go. Right, let's fill up this thing with some gasoline for JD. Yeah, we didn't really go all out with this car as I would have liked to do initially, but I think it actually still turned out pretty well, guys. This thing looks pretty damn mean. Alright, there we go. Let's fill this thing up. Yeah, this thing has got a big fuel tank, but I think so does the truck. So it's going to take a hot minute for us to get this thing filled up all the way. But once it's filled up, hopefully it's going to last. I don't know how long this thing is going to run on a tank of gas. It's not probably going to get pretty good mileage or gas mileage. But there we go, guys. That is all filled up, and now we are ready to put this thing into the barn, and we can get the barn closed up and saved and sent over to JD. So yeah, I'm actually quite stoked with our new truck, and I think we are giving JD a very decent car as well in return. And he's also got some extra goodies to use. If he doesn't use it on this car, he can also use it on something else. So there we go. Perfectly parked in the barn. It looks pretty good. Yeah, we've got a full tank of gas, but I think the needle doesn't go all the way to the full mark. Not really. Okay. Well, anyway, guys, it's got a full tank of gas, and this thing looks pretty damn good. I think those wheels definitely suit the car pretty well, and even these ones would actually look pretty nifty on the car. But yeah, those aren't going to stand up right now. Probably they are a little bit too narrow, but yeah, it's kind of that classic look that you're going for with this. But alright, guys, let's get this barn closed up so that we can head back to the shop, because we've got another customer vehicle that needs some work. So Dalboy Games, gonna start working on your Mustang shortly, bud. Alrighty, guys, so the barn has actually closed up and we saved the game again. So everything actually works out quite well so far. So we're gonna get this thing back down to our shop. And man, would you look at this interior? Even the seats are color matched. The door panels are blacked out. We've got a custom colored dashboard as well by the looks of it. Seems to be, yeah, kind of the pattern that he went with. Even the sun visors are colored, guys. Look at that. Color matched sun visors. We've got this matte black headliner. Everything looks just absolutely perfect in this thing. Alright, let's get this thing fired up so we can take it back down to the shop. Alright, there we go. We even got the big mirrors, and yeah, I didn't even notice this thing. So he's got the little speedometer thing that gives us the true speed. Alright, guys, but there she is. This thing looks absolutely insane. It's almost a bit too fancy for what we really want to use this thing for. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and park this up for now. Because, man, I really would like to take this thing on its maiden voyage and take it for a trip down to the junkyard. But yeah, that's going to mess up the chrome. It's gonna make the truck dirty if we get over there. So I guess we'll see. So obviously we're not gonna fit through the gates. We're gonna have to drive it along the side here. Alright, and we should also be able to haul a pretty big trailer with this thing. So for now we're just gonna park it up in this parking spot over here. And yeah, there we go. We didn't crash it. That would be a bummer if we had to smash this thing on the first day we got it. But okay, so there we go, guys. That is our box truck ready to rock and roll. So thank you so much to JD from Dactyl Gaming for building this truck. This thing is absolutely amazing. It looks pretty mean with these big off-road wheels as well. It actually fits this truck spectacularly. It looks amazing. I really like that, guys. So yes. Alright, so let's get back to work, guys, because we've got a lot of work waiting for us over here on the lift. So what I was thinking, what I wanted to do with this car for today's episode, we're going to see if we can get the suspension. Well, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I definitely have to replace all of these rusty and crusty floor panels. So I think that's what we're going to focus on today and see if we can figure that out. So let's first of all grab the toolbox. All right, let's bring this closer to the car. All right, so we are going to unbolt some parts again. So I did take this thing off already just to see if it actually comes off now, because yeah, last time we worked on one of these, it didn't want to come off, but okay, we are lucky this time. So the cross member, as you can see, is on 2%, which is quite bad. We also have got the fuel tank on this thing. Came with the shell, so 20%. So that is absolutely no good. We're going to have to replace that anyway. And then another thing we've got is the transmission support over here, which is also pretty banged up, as you can see. So yeah, that is everything that we could really unbolt from this thing. I don't think there's anything else to unbolt. Not from what I could see, just by looking at it. What's that? Okay, that's just part of the roof. Yeah, that's probably all part of the front end part of the car. Alright, so fortunately we do have got the plasma cutter. If I can just figure out where the heck I put the plasma cutter. It's probably still in the body shop over here, or the paint booth. Alright, so there's our plasma cutter. So what I'm thinking, since we are going to be replacing all of these rusty and crusty parts, might as well get to cutting all of them off. Alright, so that should all pop off once we get all of the welds cut. Right, and there's another one over there, and that's for the inner fender. That's strange, that wasn't welded to the firewall. But I guess it is what it is. Okay, so just like that, we've got 4 parts cut off already. So I need to go and buy the right parts for this car. So might hang on to these until we bought everything. Alright, so ready to support F. Alright, let's go over to the FM5. I think that's what it's called. FM5, Ford Mustang Mark 5. Alright, we still got to have a look at the Fox body from Inerly. Alright, body. So we are going to buy these parts. Hopefully we buy the right stuff. Radiator support F. Front bumper support. I think that's the other part we might need. So I'm just going to have to check everything one by one. Alright, so this part will replace that crusty part. Okay, and then, yeah, F bumper support F. That actually goes onto there. Alright, but that's not what I wanted to do now. Okay. F bumper support F. Alright, let's make sure we buy the right thing here. F bumper support F. Okay, so that should be it. Yeah, this is going to be a bit tedious, but I think it's the only way for us to do this, really, so that we don't end up buying the wrong stuff. And we're also going to have to cut off the firewall first. So yeah, oh my goodness. It's going to be a chore, guys. There's nothing else I could say about this job. It's going to be a lot of work. And if we cut this off, yeah, I thought that was going to happen. It's going to just fall to the ground. Okay, but luckily it didn't fall through the ground. So yeah, bodywork, we're going to leave that up to Delboy. He's going to do all of the bodywork himself. Alright, let's see where the heck we need to cut this thing off now. It's probably going to be some more welds somewhere here. We don't really see straight off the bat, but let's just try and figure this out. Okay, firewall. Don't know where else the firewall is welded to this thing. And also we don't know if we're going to have any bugs, guys, because that's also another problem where stuff won't come off the car even if you cut everything apart. So it's going to be probably the case with this car again. Alright, you know what? Let's just chop the whole damn thing apart. Alright, there's the rocker panel on this side. Yeah, you know what? If we really struggle too much with this, we can always go and buy the suspension parts and assemble that, because we know this thing works with rat suspension at the front and it's got lad suspension at the back, so we could pretty much get everything put together already on this car, or for this car, and then once we saved and reloaded, the next time we come back for the next video, we can get all of that sorted out. Because like I said, now I don't see any more welds on this firewall. Yeah, I don't see any more welds that we need to cut for that to come off. Nothing looks relevant to the firewall. So yeah, and I don't want to go ahead and chop everything off, because that's going to end up being a problem for us to put this car back together. It's gonna basically break the car if we go too far with cutting and chopping and stripping everything off. So we'll have to keep at least something welded together on this thing in order to avoid that. So I don't know, guys, we're just gonna have to wing it, because so far all the welds we just cut and nothing is coming apart. Okay, that seems to have done something, but okay, we may have actually gone a bit too far. But okay, we've got the floor out, but that firewall is still just freaking hanging here. So let's see. Okay, so the firewall is there. Holy macaroni. Okay, so let's get the middle floor replaced. Okay, because then at least that is a good base to work from there on. So that is middle floor, and we're also going to do the trunk floor most probably. All right, let's get this thing onto the car, back onto the car, so that this thing doesn't, well, continue freaking out. Okay, need the welding machine. I don't know how much gas we've got left in this bottle. I might have to check it out. It doesn't have the gauge like Fede's one had, but okay. All right, let's weld this thing up. Can we? Yeah, we can. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to work out. Let's just weld the damn thing together so that it doesn't break. Okay, we'll weld it over there. And there should be another weld over here. Okay, so that is all parts that we know is going to stay. At least. This still needs to come off, but yeah, I can see some more welds and stuff that we might have to cut, but okay. Alright, so the firewall, we're not going to weld that back into place yet, because the firewall didn't pop off. So hopefully if we leave it like this and we save and reload the game, that would go wee. Okay, so okay, right here at the back. Okay, now that we've welded the quarter panels to the middle floor, more or less, we need to get this trunk floor out. So I don't know if this is going to be doable, because we had these welds cut off already. Okay, so I'm hoping those two welds we did in there, or where did we do those? That one and the one over here would keep this thing sort of together. Okay, so there's some more welds up here. I'm going to have to use the no-clip mod just to get up here. Okay, let's focus on this back end. Okay, there goes that part, so that is golden. Okay, yeah, there's welds all over the place on this car, guys. Okay, so there's the trunk floor. And we need to get that quarter panel back on, which I was hoping was going to stay, because now... Yeah, there goes the other quarter panel. Holy crap, I thought I welded this back together. But okay, guys, let's get the trunk floor into this thing. Okay, so now if the trunk floor can go on... Yeah, there's definitely some floating stuff here. These wheel wells also, in my opinion, they should have actually fallen off already. But they are still there. So we'll have to investigate that a bit further. I think if we weld these back on, that should be golden. But yeah, guys, I do want to say, if you guys have any tips for me on working on this thing, where we need to do what, where we need to cut what, weld what, where, it'll be pretty much appreciated, because then at least I don't have to struggle, because now I'm kind of welding stuff back into place, but I don't know if it's necessary yet, because what the heck is that? Is that for the fuel tank support or something? I don't know. Because it kind of makes sense, because that is where the gas tank is. So yeah, that's the cover for the fuel tank. Okay, but now, alright, we can weld that back on. But now these wheel wells are kind of what's bothering the living crap out of me, because they're not falling off. Same with the firewall. Okay, but that gives us a good base for the suspension to mount onto. And there's that glitchiness going on there as well. Alright, hopefully if we save and reload, this thing would pop off. Okay. That's probably going to go onto the firewall, so let's maybe hang on to this for now. Okay, so we can't really do any of those before the firewall is off, so we're going to have to hang on to this as well. That's probably going to go all weird now, because this part's supposed to attach to that one, so that's going to go weird, probably. No, it looks fine. Okay, that is good. Alright, so what else can we really do to this thing? I could probably buy the rear panel, get that welded back into place, but yeah, I don't know. We still need to figure out this part. Okay. Because now we did have the thing off there, but now the freaking quarter panel falls off again. Let's just figure this out. Maybe those are gonna let it pop off. As long as we've got two parts at least stuck together at all times, this car should survive. Okay, so now we've got those off, which is good. Alright, so we need to get those. What are these? Wheel well. Alright, so wheel wells. And hopefully there aren't different types. Let's just buy whatever is on the car at the moment. Alright, so this one is for the passenger. What the freaking hell? What? Excuse me, what? You want to go on the customer? No. It's probably something to do with that, but okay. I could have sworn I saw a tick back there, guys. Tell me if you saw it. That is so weird. Why would the freaking thing want to go onto the car that is assembled? Okay, now we can probably get those quarter panels back on once and for all. Well, let's just weld it at least somewhere. Okay, now all the welds are popping up here. Okay. Moving along swiftly, as they would say. Alright, let's get this thing welded over there. That looks pretty decent-ish. I don't know, is there any more welds hiding from us here? Probably not. Hopefully not. Okay, let's get that welded back on to there. Welding to what? Welding to nothing. Okay. There we go. Weld you on there and there, and yeah, there's probably going to be some welds that I miss, guys. I'm trying to be thorough as possible here, but yeah, it's just definitely not easy, because every single thing on this thing needs to be replaced. And we need to be careful with this, because otherwise we're going to end up destroying the car, but I think we are luckily past that point now. Alright, so let's see what else we can buy. Rocker panel LF. I guess the other one would be RF then. If we can just see it. Okay, so rocker panel RF. And we need to get those. Okay, so let's get the rocker panels on. Okay, now I need to find it. Rocker panel LF-F. Is that the right one? Rocker panel RFF. Rocker panel LFF. Okay, that looks like it, but these parts are free, so some of these things don't have prices yet on this car, so yeah, fun times. What do they say? While it's raining, might as well grab it. When the money rains, grab some. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now all of this can be put back together, but we don't want any welds done at the front, because that might affect our firewall from popping off. I'm actually even afraid of welding these back on, because that might... Yeah, let's just leave the front half welds, because we still need to figure out how this thing is supposed to come off. So I don't know. I've got no idea how that's going to happen. So we can't really continue anything further towards the front of this thing until this firewall came off, guys. That's a bit of a bummer. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should continue with suspension next, but let's see if we can find this rear panel and what else we can really do just now. So we did all of that. Should actually pop this into our box truck. You know what? Yeah, the box truck's going to start working today on its first day here at the shop, guys. It's going to be put to work. So I think JD will be glad to see me using the box truck. So this is really what it's for, guys. So as I said, my plan is we are going to retire the Alco Machino from being our official shop truck. It's going to become a show truck, more or less. So I might even yeah, get rid of the door decals and stuff and change our company logos to this this green. Yeah, come to think of it, that actually would still work even on this color. And on the box we can put that big ass logo here, guys. Funcle's Autoworx. We'll see. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. But okay, let's start loading these parts into our box truck, which we have replaced already. So the trunk floor is done. Okay, so that can go into there. We've got these wheel wells all sorted out already, as well as this one is all sorted out. Okay, then we've got this big floor, the middle floor, which we did. So this can go in our box truck. See, very handy, guys. That's why I wanted the box truck. Okay, we still need to do all of this. What I can do is all the parts that I already bought, like this one. We did buy this. I just put it on the table there, so we can put this in the truck as well. And then once we take this over to the pawn shop, we can just get rid of it. Okay, so that front thingy, yeah, that's the bumper support. We did that already, so we can also grab this. Okay, but now if I can buy the rest of the parts... Oh no, that's not going to work out too well if we let it go flying in there, but okay. Alright, so let's buy the rear panel F. So I think the F stands for Ford at the end of the day. Okay, so rear panel F. I don't know if these things are alphabetical, but rear fender, rear this. No, I don't know. What the heck? Maybe it's further up and I just missed it. Rear panel. I think we need these two, so might as well grab those. And we are going to need the new firewall. Radiator support we bought. Bumper support we bought. That we did. Everything did. Roof convertible. I think he's going to decide on that, what he wants to do. I don't know which one of those two we need, but I think we've got it installed at the moment. I might be mistaken. That's the panel I was looking for now. Okay, so let's go and get this thing installed. Okay, so we can actually get that done. That is plasma cutter. Where's the welder handle? Back on the machine where it actually belongs. Okay, rear panel is back on. I don't think there's any more welds down here. We'll have to go up and come over here. Yeah, this no-clip mod actually makes our lives so much easier for getting to all different heights and stuff, guys. It's a bit cheating, but I just think it helps us do the job a bit more efficiently. Okay, guys, so I think that is everything we're going to be able to weld onto this truck for today. Let's get all of the parts figured out real quick. So we've got a new firewall, which we are yet to get off the car. Okay, so that needs to come off, then that can be replaced. And then after that, okay, so we did all of these rocker panels already, so that's sorted out. Alright, so those are back onto the car, so we can just get rid of all the junk here. Okay, so these two we did buy. Let's just see. RF front panel, F, LF front panel. Okay, so the names are a little bit weird. LF front panel and R front panel F. Okay. So I think we've got everything bought. So these should actually go onto the car, but yeah, not without the firewall removed. So let's just put these over there, and then we know we've got everything for the structural integrity of the vehicle. We could call it that. Yes. Right, so that means this can go bye-bye. And oh, I'm getting stuck on the bumper. Yeah, this long bumper might be a bit of an issue. So, JD, my man, nothing wrong with the bumper. It's just, I think the other one is going to be a little bit more convenient for us to work with. Because I think in real life, you would bang your shins against this thing. It would be like, yeah, you'll always have blue shins because you're going to be knocking it against this bumper. So, I'm going to have to maybe change the bumper to the shorter one. We'll see. We'll see. Don't want to make too many changes to the truck, guys, because he put a lot of effort into that thing. We can probably get rid of this fuel tank, but I think let's just hang on to it for now. This can't go on because I think this welds to the firewall, probably. I don't know. We need to figure that out. But okay, guys, there's not a whole lot of time left for this episode before we hit our 1 hour mark. So what I think we can do now is let's start getting suspension put together for this thing. Alright, and I've got no idea what type of wheels we're going to put on the car. You know what we might actually do? I might use these, because then Delboy can decide which other wheels he wants on his car. Unless if he can shoot me a message on Discord and tell me, okay, I want these wheels on it, or steal the wheels of this Mustang for it. I don't know, we'll have to figure it out, but okay. So guys, let's start buying suspension. Alright, so there we go. So it loaded up. So we've got a steering column under FM5, which is probably something we're going to have to buy. Everything is currently free so far. I don't know if he wants the steering column racing F. I don't know. I doubt it, guys. This is going to be... yeah, that's where the thing comes in. We don't really know what we want to do or what Delboy wants us to do. He just said suspension, and yeah, now steering column falls under suspension, but there are two options. So it's a bit hard doing it for somebody else, but I think Delboy would be happy with whatever we decide to go with. So let's go back to LAD, because we need to buy all of the suspension parts from here for the LAD, but we are going to focus on rear stuff, because the rear stuff is what's the goes on the Ford Mustang. So once again, I don't know if he wants stock springs in this thing. I think we're just gonna go and buy the stock stuff and put it in. Let's go for the 5 lug hubs. And yeah, like I said, differential, I've got no idea what he would like. So alright, let's just go with the stock one differential for now, guys, and we'll just go with stock stuff. If he wants to change it, we'll take it off and change it and just go from there. But okay, I should probably buy the brake stuff for the rear as well, because then it's sorted out. Right, brakes. Rear left, rear right, handbrake cable, main brake line, 2 brake discs. We'll bit the rear pads. 2 brake lines. I don't know what brake master cylinder this car uses, so luckily we've got this thing over here. So that's why this is here, guys. This is our reference. I want to know what radiator we use in this thing. I think it's from the Wolf or the Rat. That is probably also from either the Rat or the Wolf. I'll just have to check it out. But okay, let's get started in putting this suspension together, at least for the rear. So we could actually install this because our rear end of the car has been fixed up all the way. So this is going to hopefully work out. Alright, and let's put this into there. Okay, so handbrake lever, well, handbrake cable. Nothing to do with the lever. I wonder if that's maybe not the reason why the firewall isn't coming off. Do we still have the lever? No, wait a second. This thing has got a center console handbrake. Okay, so yeah, there's no handbrake lever on it. Yeah, see, that was what I was thinking. So, okay, never mind. Just thought for a second maybe that was what's causing us to not get the firewall off, but it doesn't seem to be the case. And now we need the screwdriver, which, where the freaking hell? Okay, it's right behind us. Look at me running to the other end of the shop just for a freaking screwdriver, then it's right behind me. Okay, guys, let's continue with this. We got to get this rear sorted out at least then. Okay, let's pop in the brake pads, and these things are always a bit of a pain to get in. But there we go, we've got it done. Come here, wrench. Okay, so those are going to go over to the car once we are ready for that. Okay, we need these brake hoses. Which side is left? Right. Okay, that's left and right and right and left and left and right. And sometimes you gotta just try both sides. All right, there we go. Brake caliper on. Right, we've got the right hubs, we've got the right everything, hopefully. Okay, so this can all come with us over to the car. That one is probably not going to go in, and neither is this. Okay, so we'll grab this first of all. Let's put that down over there. We'll get the control arm installed onto the car. Shock absorber can probably go on. Okay, I'll go in later. This one can go over to this side. Lower arm can go over here. Yeah, that's why I had to replace all of this undercarriage parts, or well, the body panels, because that way we can at least get everything kind of put together at the back here. Here we go. I think we've got that bolt. Okay, so this can go in now. Zip that down. Zip that down over there. And over there. shock absorbers, zip that down, and zip that down. Alright, what are we missing? Still got everything pretty much tightened down from what I can think. Yeah, you gotta be extra cautious when working on modded cars because the bolts and stuff, sometimes they look like they are loose like this. It looks like it's not tightened down, but it is tightened down. Let's get our main brake line on this thing. See, like that is also a bit funky, but it works. I mean, it's quite doable. Right, now we need to grab this one, the rear arm. Let's get that popped into there. And I will zip this down. Alright, just look at me double checking the brake lines, making sure everything is tightened down. Alright, now we need to buy front suspension parts next. We could probably get the drive shaft mounted. So we can buy the front suspension because we know it's off the rat. And I think everything on the front is just stock rat parts. Let's just have a look at this. Yeah, see, that's crossmember is from a rat. So everything is going to go on this thing from the rat at the front. And the back is obviously LADA or LAD parts. So this can go on. We'll zip it down. It's going to be dangling in the air for now, but I guess it is what it is until we can get this firewall taken off. Right, so let's maybe buy the front suspension parts and start putting that together as well. This is trash. Let's just chuck all the trash around the corner there for now. Right, now we need to go over to rat suspension. Let's go buy some rat suspension for the front. Yeah, the things we need to do to get this thing put together. Alright, so we need front suspension stuff, front crossmember, front hub carriers, hub carrier, rear right. We're not going to do that. Upper control arm F. Low control arm front left. Why do I feel like this is for the rear? I don't know. Is there a part like that on this Mustang at the front? See, no, it's just the shock absorber assembly that goes down to the... Okay, yeah, strut towers. Okay, so it's fine. We can just get those. Did we buy them yet? I think I did. Yes, we did. Okay, so that is sorted out. Shock absorbers for the front. Got to get 2 of those and 2 springs. We need this steering rack. Upper control arm, that's for the rear. We need the tie rods. The springs, we don't need anything else from here. Drift steering column, okay, that's for the rat. Okay, let's get the brakes for the front as well while we are at it. Might as well get it all sorted. 2 brake lines, front brake pads, front brake discs, front calipers, and I'm going to double check on that if that is in fact the master cylinder we need, but we can't really do it yet because firewall is still doing its thing. Okay guys, so there we go. I don't know how far we're going to be able to assemble this, but I guess we will have to figure it out. So this actually has got bolts on both sides. I've noticed that before. Okay, so that goes onto there. Zip it down over there, and then we'll do the same on this side. So just one nut holding that in. So technically you would actually bolt it down to the car or weld it down to the car here. I don't know. Kind of just the way that things work sometimes. You gotta figure it out in game, because in real life you technically, I think you would have this as part of the car, which will either bolt onto it or it would be welded in. So that would just slide into the bracket to the chassis. We'll probably replace those bushes in real life every now and then. Every 500,000 kilometers at least. Well, come to think of it, my 2002 VW Jetta MK4 that I drive, I actually did the lower control arm bushes the other day, and it's only got 370,000 kilometers on the odometer, but I don't know if they were replaced before. They could have been by the previous owner, because yeah, I'm probably like the 6th owner of that car by now, but okay. It still runs and drives great, guys. It fires up no problem, and it goes the extra mile. What am I looking for? The range. Okay. It still can go quite far. The other day I took a 800-kilometer drive with the car and no problems. As long as you put fuel in it, it keeps going. And obviously just check the engine oil now and then, because the engine is not brand new. It's still obviously got almost 500,000 miles on it, but it still runs and drives great. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, in my opinion. It's got brand new tires on. We put on tires last year on it, so it's actually doing pretty well. And yeah, I think VW is actually very notorious for getting high mileage without giving issues. Hence, I'm actually a very big VW fan. That's gonna have to need the this thing, okay, to get on. Come on, there we go. Okay, so that goes onto there, and that goes onto there. Okay, so the shock absorbers we're not going to be able to mount yet, because they go to the front right and front left inner fenders. We can probably get this in. Right, and just like that, the front suspension for this Mustang is almost ready, in essence. Just got to figure out. So, Dalboy, if you're watching this video, let me know down either in the comment section or send me a message on Discord what wheels you'd like to have on this car. I don't know where to find those if you wanted those, but okay, we'll see. Maybe it's in the catalog. I didn't see it under suspension, so yeah, I don't know. These are nice wheels. Maybe that's not something he wants. Maybe he wants some donk wheels on it. Yeah, we can put some donk wheels on it. So we'll leave those decisions up to Dalboy, because it is his car. Alrighty, guys, but I think that is a lot of work done for today's episode. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in once again. I appreciate every view, every like. And also, guys, I had to ask, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. I will appreciate it very much, guys. But yes, I think I will see you all in the next one.